So what are you trying to do with those trend lines?
It's just for vertical distance.
Oh, I see. I see. I see. I got you.
And then I'll do like this so we can see how far apart they really are when they come to a T here. Okay, so for some reason that works a lot better. I'm not sure if the boxes change based off like I'm on logarithm, or I guess non-logarithm, but it might change or something. But these work pretty well. You see these are at the base of these. It might be just close. I'm not so sure. Even if you don't count this, even if you discount that these aren't touching or something, which I think they are, looks really, really close. If not, then that's supposed to be like a reversal sign. It's kind of like a doji. You can think of it as in the candle. So
If what happens?
sorry.
If what happens is a reversal sign.
Oh, if the wicks equal the same size as the body.
Oh yeah. So I mean, essentially, it's like, well, huh?
I don't know why it works. I don't know the logic behind it, honestly. I just noticed it tends to work. That's all I know. I don't really can't tell you why this works, but it usually does. It usually meaning like about the same frequency as a doji. You know, dojis aren't 100% either.
Right.
For example, you can probably find doji, and here's pretty decent doji. I guess kind of reverse. I'm sure you can find one that there's good examples of doji's not working, but so for
Are you selling this right now, or you got?
Yes, I'm selling it right
You
now.
got stopped in profit, right?
Let's see. I'm trying to see how much I'm up right now. So I had two entries. One of them is in drawdown right now, and one of them is $4 in profit. So I entered just a little while ago. Entered here-ish area. Not even a big movement yet. It's only $4, so it's not a big missed out or anything. I don't even expect price to come higher than this B, but my current stop loss is actually up here, above this one. So it's a little bit of a different. So let's see. So didn't mean to move that one. And then I'll go over the main, like the reason why you're even looking for sells in the first place. Let's go over that. And I'm going to also total sidetrack. Bird, have you heard of 7.6.4 before as a Fibonacci ratio?
No.
So I looked it up and I found this forum describing it, and it was kind of interesting. I was reading it. So it's the 7.6.4. It's one of the default fib levels for IC markets on there, and you have to add 786. It doesn't have 786. It's only 764 on there for some reason. So really interesting. I just kind of weirded out by that. I'm not sure why it has it like that, but yeah. So the reason why that's relevant, I didn't even say why it's relevant, is that's where it hit right now for. I'm just gonna make a bigger chart. I'm just gonna do a duplicate. I'm gonna do one large 1 hour chart.
Yeah. I mean, I think fib levels. I'm becoming a little bit more skeptical of them. I mean, I know people like buy a certain or like interest certain ones, so that like causes a shift in the market. But I mean, I feel like you can put pretty much any random number, and if you're not like being truthful, you can like say it works because you'll like have selection bias.
Right. Oh, that's so weird. On here, it's 786. Perfect hit.
Yeah.
Oh, I think that it was a little.
I might just ring my doorbell. I'll be right back.
Okay.
Somebody ring my doorbell. I'll be right back.
What the heck? That's weird. Okay. I wonder why that happened. And my doorbell never gets rang. Okay. So on the 1 hour is what I was really looking for. And let's move the chart to be appropriate of size. This looks like a lot of mess. I'm going to delete this most recent one. That was just to show that it bounced off the 786. So let's go ahead and delete that one. And let's look for the main reason behind this trade. And that is that the B wave. So basically, I have a count that goes up to this B here. That is on the minor wave. So of course, the minor wave should be 1 degree less than the intermediate wave. And I have the intermediate wave here going from this intermediate wave 5. So for me, this is a really, really nice count. It works pretty well. Maybe it wasn't there. I think it's on my other one. Actually,
Okay.
on this one. Yes. So this, I tried to delete this earlier. Okay. So basically I have this intermediate wave, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 up here. And in my opinion, this is a really, really nice wave. You can even subdivide it with your eyes really well, which is what I really like to be able to do. So clearly, also a tendency is wave 2 and wave 4 should be opposite. So if wave 2 is relatively steep, wave 4 should be relatively shallow. And then if wave 2 is relatively short, wave 4 should be relatively long. So here we have 2, relatively short, kind of steep, not super steep, honestly, but it's definitely short. And wave 4 is really long here, which is really nice. So I like that part of this. Also the clearly nice 1 wave, very, very steep, hard to argue anything else other than the 1 wave. We have a 3, 4, and the 5, really, really nice.
That wick at 1500 is higher than your 3.
Sorry, 1500?
Right. Yeah, you had it, but you just changed it. So like, actually, just keep your screen where it is. I'll circle it.
Okay.
All right, this one right here is higher than this one. I mean, it doesn't really make difference if this is 3 or this is 3. But
you're saying the 3 could be here?
No, well, no. I'm saying where you have the 3 right here, this is higher than that. And it doesn't really matter. Like this could be 3. Oh shit.
Oh yeah. Let me explain why. Let me show you this. So,
are you saying if the one is flat? Go ahead.
Right. Yeah. So we have the 0, the A, the B, and the C. This would be a minor wave. So that's why it's sort of minor wave. So that's why I highlight that, because that just works really, really well. I just love how great that works.
It makes sense.
Right. And then we also can subdivide this further to really choose, or not choose, but find out which one it is. And traditionally, B waves almost always are 3-wave structures. However, on the 30 at least, I've noticed that it tends to not be a 3-wave structure. It tends to be a 5-wave structure. And have you noticed that as well?
I don't really look at the indices, man.
Oh, okay, no worries. Yeah, but for the indices, for this one at least, so going really, really small here, I might need to go on the 15-minute or 30 just to show this. But I do want to look at this. So, I'll go over here, and I'm going to be using 1 degree less, so the minute wave from this A, and I want to finish up here on the B. So basically, I see this as the initial impulse wave, because you can even see a diagonal up there that finishes at the 1. From this 1, you can even see a 0, A, B, and there's kind of 2 different choices for the C. You can say subdivision C, something like that. It's really either or. You can put the 2 there or there. It doesn't really matter so much. It's pretty much the same price level. And then we would have the 3 here. Because I guess with the 2 would go there, we can have a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then from here, we can have a 0, A, B, and C. And it looks like there is a little bit of overlap there on the wicks. That could be just a chart. I've noticed that sometimes, especially in smaller time frames like this. Or we might be just counting wrong and it could be there or something. But it tends to work out when you just use that. And then we have clearly a 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Actually, 3 might be too small. I'm not sure. But anyways, it should work out. It's a little bit rough for that, but that's kind of how I see the three-wave structures. And that's really small, so I'll show you maybe a better example, which is here. Obviously, this whole thing is a B. I think that's the wrong degree. No, it's not. This is the wrong degree. This is the minor wave. Excuse me. This is the minor wave. This is the minuet wave. Yeah, there we go. So then over here, looking for the C after the B, we can subdivide this as 0, A, B, and C. I already have that marked up, so that's where my potential A is going. And then already, although it's not that large, I'm going to move this over here. It actually looks better anyways. Here, for this B again, we have this 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, and not a huge extension on the 5, which is pretty normal. And also 2 and 4 are opposites. Clearly 2 is it's very steep, very short time frame, relatively longer time frame, not so steep on the 4. So I like that as well. And that would be the minute degree. So that I like, which is why I'm even looking for this cell right now. That's the stance from Elliott Wave perspective. As far as the other perspectives, I want to look at the movie perspective and everything like that, and that would be things like, well, this candle here is pretty obvious. Let me circle that one. It's not the top, which would be of course better, but that is a nice candle there. And then on the 8 hour, that's the thing I really liked about this. Hopefully it works in this time frame or on this chart as well. If it loads, there we go. So now we can really see this 8 hour time frame one. Let me turn off all the Elliott waves and whatnot. And now we can see this one. And Elliott wave, or excuse me, US 30, it tends to have an Elliott wave at the top or bottom almost every single time of initial movement. So let's see here, see here, see here, and potentially see here. So that's what we're looking for right now. It doesn't mean it's going to be a reversal, but it does mean there's a possibility. It pretty much, it's kind of like a square and a rectangle. A square can be a rectangle, but a rectangle cannot be a square. It pretty much can't be a square. It's very rare. That's how this works in my opinion. Were you gonna say something?
No, I was just agreeing. I was laughing at your square and rectangle.
Oh. So yeah, I mean, at least have like a double bottom or something. Has to have really some sort of even here, and then here's just really small, but you can
what's
see
the what's the fib from here?
Oh, sorry. Wait, right here.
Just from the whole thing, like yeah.
Yeah, let's look at that.
I know you have it. Like you might have had it already drawn for your thing. But
Oh, I did.
it's like 0.5. Oh, yeah, 0.5. I would guess.
Yeah, so it looks like it tried to hit the 618 a couple times, hasn't yet, and that is a possibility for sure. It definitely may come back up and hit the 618, which would I would be stopped out if that happened right now. If it comes down first, and I'll be stop profited. So that's definitely a possibility that we could be seeing. However, I'm not really expecting that for the moment. For now, I'm sticking with this analysis, and hopefully, there's kind of two different places that I could see this going to, and that is that if this is a real 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wave, let's say that this 0 ABC is actually 1 degree higher than I made it, and this is the actual 2, for example. The 2 actually goes here on the really large time frame, the primary wave, 1 degree higher than the intermediate wave, then then we would just expect to see an ABC pattern down that would not break this low. So I am prepared to do both. And if we do have an ABC, of course, there's a tendency that they finish around this, around the 4. And that's a pretty solid 4 right there. So that's where I would be expecting it to finish. So hopefully we can see it finish around here, which is about 430-ish dollars movement. So that'd be pretty nice. But this is I love watching all four of these charts at the same time, just because now we can see on the 15-minute, nice signals there. 1 minute still doesn't look that great.
I mean,
What are you saying?
after the Elliott Wave looks good though. The 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I like it.
Yeah, exactly. So here's the coolest thing about this is even if I'm wrong on that previous degree, well, we still should be seeing at least immediate movement down. So this is a really good example of where it's really good to have a TP1 and TP2, which is why I called out both of them. So basically I have my TP1 right here at the 618. It should be right there. And this is a little bit off. I don't know why this moved.
You might have grabbed it on accident. I do that a lot.
Yeah, I'm sure that I did that. So yeah, it's actually, if you get in now, it's actually even better RR than I said it was going to be. I don't remember what I said on the charts. I said this one was originally 4.7, or no, 2.78. I'm not sure. I think I should have really. Oh, I was using like the higher stop loss and everything, and that's a possibility. That'd be a little bit safer, but it really wouldn't be that much safer. I think it's actually a better trade, even though it's more likely to lose, just because the RR is actually higher on this one. And I really like that a lot. So this one's now 6.3, I think. Is this accurate now? Yeah, this is about current price. And so if we move this one up, I was just, when I made the chart, the original chart, I was looking at just where I could potentially see the high of the day going. And I could see this being the high of the day. Now, I could see going a little bit higher than this, and it would be safer to use above here, but it would be also a lot more potential pit movement in the wrong direction, or I should say BIP movement. I can't speak right now. So basically, the main trade that I really could see, so we need to make this C. Well, this C should be down here. This C should finish all the way down here. Now that's far. That's lower than this other one here, but I really want it to be lower than this A. And right on this this blue line here, that is where the 236 is from. I don't remember if it's from here. It might be different now because B is higher. So actually, let's redo this this line. Actually, let's make this a little bigger, and let's try to find out exactly where this 236 is. One thing we can do for that is just to add it in. I don't know why it's not already added in. I have the negative side. I don't have the positive side. So I'll do the positive side. Actually, I'll replace this one. And I'm going to do 1.236.
What is that?
That's different, huh?
That 1.114, whatever number you had.
Oh, that is a square, a double square, I believe, maybe triple square. One of the two. I forgot which one, honestly. Hey, let me check really quick.
A triple square.
Yeah. Is it triple?
What is that?
So it's 61.8 to the power of 2. Oh, wait. I meant 618 to the power of 2. And then to the power of 2 again. It's only double, yeah. So it's how the same way you get the 886, but in reverse.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
For funsies.
What's that?
Just for funsies?
Oh yeah. It doesn't seem like it's that relevant of a hit, but I don't know. I don't have it on. I don't usually have it on, but I was just trying to see if it was relevant, I think. I never really finished my testing, to be honest.
Yeah. Sorry for interrupting. With silly stuff.
No worries. So for now, also, I want to check out the 30-minute. I was looking at that earlier. So let's temporarily change the 15 to the 30. I don't know why it's being so slow. Let's see. So that's decent there. Yeah, so I mean, if we do have one more 5-wave structure from this point, which we could on a really small time frame, so that'd be like the 5-minute, then it looks like we could have a 0, 1, 2 here, but that's really, really shallow. I don't love that. And then we'd have, of course, the 3, 4, and the 5, which is finished. That's a possibility for some sort of substructure there. I'm not trading off of that per se, but we do have that. Do you see what I'm talking about? I might have to draw it out just to make it really, really clear. Talking about this is a possibility for it to already be finished, but we could just be forming the 2 right now as well on a little bit of a higher degree. We could also be doing this right now. I don't even know why this 0 is starting there is relevant, but this is a possibility as well. So we could just be doing this, and that would be bad, of course.
Yeah, keep your chart where it is really quick.
Yeah.
I mean, forex and indices are a little bit different, but I feel like on my tool. So this candle here, this is roughly halfway between it, and I feel like that could very well, like it's a different strategy for like a different instrument. But I feel like this could very easily be like up top, you know, at least for short term, but before this level's taken out. So, like I think you should be in profit, you know.
It should be going down, is what you're saying?
Yeah, or at the very least, right here. Do you see my lines yet?
Yeah,
I know we're lagging a little bit. Yeah. So, like I do see it at the very least. The way it rejected, here.
Yeah, that also is a really, really nice gravestone doji. I was blanking on the name of that as well. So that's always good to see that. Let's see what else.
It's your house.
Oh yeah, so I want to look at the 4-hour as well, because the 4-hour is one that a lot of people respect too. And let's look at it without any markups on the chart. I just deleted everything for a second. Okay, so it looks like at least a 2-hour, even without looking at the 2-hour, because it's midway between the 4, obviously. The 2-hour is about to finish in 30 minutes, and could be a doji on the 2-hour. So if that's the case, then we may have a full doji on the 4. So what we could be seeing is, I'll draw on the next candle over. So here, and right, we have that. We could be seeing, I guess I need to make it bigger. Here, I'll draw anyways. All right, I guess Control C, Control V. Sorry, it's gonna be really ugly, but hopefully you get the idea. So we could see something like this happening. I could totally imagine that on the 4-hour right here, replacing the one that's currently forming, because this one's not even half over yet. So if we have a 2-hour that has a doji, that would mean immediate price action down over the next 2 hours is very likely. So if that's the case, then we could maybe get an even wick doji or something like this with a really small body. It could come down, retest back up. And if that happens, this is a really, really good spot for that, especially being after this large doji here. It already came up. This is the new day. So the new day has a doji in the top, and then we could finally see price coming down. That'd be pretty likely if that does end up working out like that.
Yeah, this big red one looks pretty bullish though. Like the wick on, hold on. Oops. I mean, on the 4-hour, yeah, I can't even draw it right. This big red one, this one, but the way the wick comes, it looks pretty bullish, but it didn't like follow through.
Wait, which one you said? Oh yeah, you think that looks bullish?
I think so, just the way the wick is, but it wasn't much follow through. Like because the wick on the bottom is so long. I know it's a red candle, but at the top of the trend and the way that it respected shear.
Yeah, I mean, it definitely broke it on. I checked on other ones as well. It was by a little bit. I count that as a break, honestly. But it might be, it could be a reverse cap bounce. I can see what you're saying.
But at the same time, that could, like I said, that could be just something that's being ready to be filled in again.
Mm-hmm.
So
I really like to look at the overall picture, and it looks like we're in a really, really fat channel. Basically, what I mean by that is, I wish I could get everything off. I'll just use this one. So what I mean by that is it's kind of ranging a little bit. Like, oh, this is what I see with my eyes. I'm not saying the chart really even reflects this style that much because of the
you can go to a different chart.
Huh?
You can go to a different chart, like a different US 30 chart.
What?
If you just want to draw.
Well, I mean, I mean, like if you go to like DJI or something, if I go to DJI, then it'll have gaps.
Oh,
So I'm
I
not
thought there was
connected
more.
to that. These are the only two I know of actually that don't have gaps.
I thought there was like 3. Doesn't Oanda have a US 30 chart? Does not.
That's what this one is. This is Oanda. And this one's FXCM. So these are the two that I know of that have it. There might be other ones. I'm not saying there's not. I just haven't really spent that much time looking for other ones that are filled in.
Oh, you have them both marked up. I didn't know you were using both of them at the same time.
Yeah.
I got you.
Yeah.
Okay. And I was saying, you just
yeah, they're a little bit different markups actually, which is kind of funny. I just looked at it 2 different times and saw a little bit different things. So what I'm trying to say is I'm kind of seeing this range. I don't know why. It could just be a bias, I guess. I'm definitely willing to admit that. But I do potentially see this really coming back down into this range at least right now. And I don't know, and maybe forming like a downward flag, which would make a lot of sense because a downward flag would mean that once it comes down here, one more low that's not quite breaking this low, so just a little bit lower, like something like this. If that happens, then so many people's stop losses that are in the buys will get taken out that are really long-term buyers. And I can see that being a big deal for a lot of people. So